Hello, once again, AVID Juniors. This is the video for week 8 of semester 2. Before we jump into what's going on this week, let me remind you that progress reports came out last week. If you are seeing your grades and you do not like what you're seeing, you can still improve your grade in AVID by turning in work that you are missing. Even if you turn in the Cornell notes, you can turn those in late, the questions and summary from the Cornell notes. But please let me know that you turn those in, because we don't get any kind of message from the system that says you added to your notes section. So they'll never get checked unless you tell me, hey, Mr. Charlton, I turned in the notes from week 7, or I turned in the notes from week 5 and 6. Yeah, I won't know to go check them. So make sure you tell me those. But everything else that you turn into Jupyter, it gives me a little notification when something new is turned in. So just keep me informed of that. Okay. All right, let's jump into the work for week 8. So week 8, we're going to start talking about college application systems. There are 3 main college application systems that you could possibly need to apply to, or apply through, I should say. There's this UC system, which is the first one here that we're going to start with this week. There's another one that's the CSU system. That's the Cal State system, like San Diego, pretty much anything in California with a state at the end of it, like San Diego State is CSU, Chico State, Cal State San Marcos, Cal State, Dominguez Hills. Those are all CSUs. So that's a different system. So the UC, like UCLA, UCSD, UCI, UC Davis, those are all part of one system. The CSUs are a second system, which we will get into next week. And then the third system is something called the Common App, which is usually schools that are private, like a Stanford or a University of San Diego or Point Loma, Nazarene, or they could be schools that are like on the East Coast or in the middle of the country. So again, depending on which schools you're going to apply to, you're going to be using one or all of these systems. It really depends on the schools. The schools get to decide which portal they use. So that's what we're going to jump into this week. We're going to start with the first one, which is the UC system. All right. So in addition to that, like always, this will be our 5th time that we create questions and summary. This will be for this week, which is week 8. We will update our grade log again for week 8. You can see how this is just a rolling thing that we do every week, nothing new. Okay, so grade log, update it, take a picture, turn it in Jupyter. Questions and summary, create them in your folders here under your names. Tutor will get to those by the next Tuesday is usually when I tell them. I give you Monday to turn them in, and Tuesday I tell the tutor they can start grading them. And the third assignment, which has got the wrong title on it, is UC application system. Okay, so we're going to work on this kind of together on Wednesday. I give you 2 links here. The first link, if you click on it, takes you to the University of California systems. There's a bunch of information here about like requirements, how to apply. You're going to be applying as a freshman. Because you are in high school, going to college. A transfer student is somebody who went to community college and now is trying to come into the school from community college. So since you're coming from high school, you'd be coming in as a freshman. There's more information about tuition and financial aid, campuses and majors. You can see these are the different campuses over here. Oh, come on now. UC Berkeley, UC Davis, UC Irvine, UCLA, UC Merced, UC Riverside, UC San Diego, UC Santa Barbara, UC Santa Cruz. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 of them. Okay, so 9 different schools you would have to apply through this portal. The good news is if you applied to all 9, you still only fill this out one time. So you fill this out once and you can apply to as many of these as you want. Okay. So I give you this webpage because you should check this stuff out. You should start reading on your own, looking up information on your own. Okay, not everything that you're going to need to know is going to come out of my mouth. I'm going to try and guide you and help you as best that I can, but this is your future. You need to start owning it and taking control of it and making sure you know what you're getting yourself into and which campuses are right for you and things like that. So that's why I give you this first page, information. The second page is to start applying. So it brings you here. You would click on create an account, and then you would start to create your own username and password, and you start filling out information. We're actually going to be doing that. Yes, I want you to start filling out an account, specifically because there's a certain part of the UC application called the response questions, which we will talk more about on Wednesday. It's kind of like a personal statement, except there's 4 questions. At least last year there was 4 questions. And so I want you to be prepared with which questions you're going to answer, how you're going to answer them. We're actually going to do that as an assignment. So I definitely want you to start signing up and filling it out. I want you to be 100% familiar with how the college application process is going to work for each of these portals, so that when we start school next year in either July or August, or whenever we start school next year, you are ready to start applying to colleges from the get-go, okay? You understand it, you're not confused, you have your paperwork, you have your personal statement, you have your letters of rec, you have all the stuff you're gonna need to just apply. Okay, the one thing you don't want to be is a senior that's like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna have to go get this and I'm gonna have to go get that. No, we want you to be ready to go when it's time, okay? So that's our goal. The end of this year is gonna be getting you ready. You come back as a senior and boom, we just start filling out college applications. That's what the seniors did through August and September and a little bit of October. And then by that, you should be good to go. Okay, so as far as the assignment goes, what do you need to do for the assignment? For this week, I want you to create an account, sign in. It's going to give you a congratulations, you have created your account. Take a screenshot of that or a picture of that, turn it into Jupyter just so I know that you signed up for the UC system. That's all you need to do to get the credit. But again, this is more than just getting credit. This is understanding something that'll be very important depending on which school you're looking to go to. Okay. So we will, this is what we're going to talk about on Wednesday, is the UC application system. Okay. The other things on your own are the questions and summary and the grade level. Okay. So I will see all of you on Monday for a quick check-in, but then we will chat about the UC system on Wednesday. All right. Have a good one.